Good morning, everyone. My name is Rosa Rose. I'm going to talk about diabetes. We have to keep listening about diabetes presentation. If you have diabetes, like I do, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 1997. Then sometimes we say, oh, but I already know everything that I have to do. Why do I have to hear another presentation? The reason why we people with diabetes or people at risk of developing diabetes or people who do not have diabetes have to keep listening about diabetes is because diabetes is a chronic disease for which there is no cure yet. Therefore, new things come up every day. And every day new developments, every day new medications, every day new forms of treatment. Before we go into what diabetes is, I would like to go into what it's like not having diabetes. What happens when you do not have diabetes? What is the difference between having diabetes? Because we hear all the time, this is what happens when you have diabetes, but what happens when you do not have diabetes? What do you need to get the human body and animals moving? What? And the food becomes what? What is the name of our fuel? But the fuel that brings the energy in, what's the name? Glucose. It's a kind of sugar called glucose. That is our fuel. How do we get that fuel? We eat. We eat, the body does the digestion, and then from there, among other things, vitamins, minerals, and oxygen, comes glucose. Once the glucose is ready, it's sent to the blood flow, okay? It's not ready yet to be turned into energy. It's sent to the blood. I once read that even if you're going to hell, you have to stop in Atlanta first. Either Atlanta or Miami. Well, this is the same thing with glucose. It doesn't go straight into the place where it has to go. It goes to the blood. That's our Miami. We have to stop at the blood. When the glucose gets to the blood, then the brain sends a signal to the pancreas from here to here. A signal. There is blood, there is glucose in the blood. Pick it up. The brain is the boss. Pick it up. So the pancreas sends a hormone it makes called insulin to pick it up. Insulin is also known as the housekeeper of the body. Why? Because it has the little keys needed to get the glucose where it has to go to be turned into energy, which is the cell. So insulin comes to the blood, picks up the glucose, and takes it all over the place to the cell. As a result of insulin having picked up the glucose from the blood and taken it to the cells, what happens to the glucose levels in the blood? What happens when it's picked up? When you eat, your glucose levels go up. You have new glucose in the blood. Insulin comes and picks it up, and they go down. When you use all that glucose, what happens? It's time to eat again. And over and over and over again. If you do not have diabetes, the system is automatic. You don't need to take any medication. You don't need to test anything. The system will make sure that you do not go too low, like under 80, or you do not go too high, over 110, 100. It varies from doctor to doctor as to what high is. But the system is automatic, okay? Enters diabetes. Diabetes. When type 2 diabetes, and, which is the type of diabetes most people have. When you have type 2 diabetes, it's a process. Type 2 diabetes is a process that has started a long time ago. When a person is diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, when the doctor tells you that you have diabetes, it's like you went to the movie theater and you enter at the middle of the movie. It has started a long time ago, and on average, the person who is diagnosed with type 2 diabetes has had it for 5 years. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 1997, like I said before, but then I started tracing the symptoms back 5 years to 1990. Oh, I remember that my vision was very blurry and I could not see. Oh, I remember that I felt hungry all the time. I felt thirsty all the time. 5 years average. Diabetes is a defect in our body to convert food into energy, no longer automatic. Okay? Now, if we have diabetes, if we eat, the blood sugar will keep going up. If we don't eat, it will keep going down. Okay? No longer we have an automatic system to protect us. We have to do it by hand. When you do not have diabetes, you are driving an automatic car. When you have diabetes, you are on manual. You are in charge of keeping your blood sugar levels as close to normal as possible, okay?
What's normal?
Usually 80 to 120, usually. But it's to 120, but it varies. Your doctor will tell you, for example, no, I want 80 to 110. I want 80 to 100. Different labs also, they take different measures, okay? If you are 100, they will say normal. If you are 110, normal, 120. Usually, when they diagnose you with diabetes, it's when you test 126 in 3 separate times. If they take your blood sugar and in 3 separate times it's 126, the doctor will order several additional tests because he is suspicious that you may have diabetes. Okay. We are soon going to see type 1 diabetes, which is not a chronic condition, and it can develop overnight. Okay? So, type 1 diabetes. It used to be called insulin-dependent diabetes, but it's not called that anymore. Why? Because many people with type 2 diabetes end up taking insulin. So we can no longer say that type 2 diabetes is not insulin dependent, that it doesn't depend on insulin, and that type 1 diabetes depends on insulin. Type 1 diabetes continues to depend on insulin. People need it to stay alive. But doctors recommend now more often than ever insulin for people with type 2 diabetes because it is a very effective therapy. Okay? Gestational diabetes. What does gestational mean? What does it mean? Exactly. So gestational diabetes is a type of diabetes that pregnant women develop. Usually, gestational diabetes goes away after the birth of the child. But it raises your chances of developing type 2 diabetes down the line by 25%. Who is at risk of getting diabetes? Everyone. These are the diabetes risk factors. If you are overweight or obese, your chances go up. If you have high blood pressure, your chances go up. If you are overweight or obese and you have high blood pressure, up. If you have high triglycerides, it's kind of fat. Low HDL, that is the low of the bad cholesterol, okay? If, the good cholesterol, please forgive me. HDL is the good cholesterol. If it's low, your chances go up. If you are older than 45, your chances go up. If there is diabetes in your family, it's certain if you belong to the African American, the Latino, Asian Pacific, or Asian in general, your chances are higher that you are going to develop type 2 diabetes. If, as I said before, you have had gestational diabetes, and before they did not used to test women, pregnant women for diabetes. So one of the ways they know now that you may have had gestational diabetes is by knowing how much your baby weighs. Because women with gestational diabetes tend to have big babies. How do you know if you have diabetes? I'm still looking. By whom? You go to your doctor. You go to your doctor. There are so many people with diabetes now, and there are so many ways around to test you. But if you think you may have diabetes, you make an appointment with your doctor, and you go and you tell your doctor, please, can you check whether I have diabetes? It's simple, very, very simple. If you do not have diabetes, you're not going to get it by testing, by going to the doctor. If you have diabetes, the best thing you can do is know it, so that you can start treating it as soon as possible, okay?